the Strap Podcast with me and your co-host James Rod Mason and our special guest Dave Seaton. Tyler Edlin's going to be joining us tonight too as well, and I think Nick Stone too in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for them to pop on, but we're going to get the show on the road and we're going to everything. We want to know exactly what happened and everything last week. Dave Seaton had two wars, one with Tyler Edlin, absolutely phenomenal super match of the night. And then the next day tournament, he pulled up against Justin Barrett and he won that match. And that was super. I mean, that could have been the super match of the day, but it was just a match of the day. And it was just going back and forth with Justin. I mean, I didn't see one person that wasn't saying, "Let's go, Dave." You know that during the whole time that we were there. I mean, it was just impressive. It was so much fun. Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll go into exactly, the average Joes, Purple Cobras. How did you and me meet and everything else, and how we got here so far.
Uh, well, I guess I've always arm wrestled, mainly at weddings, after you've had, you know, uh, a bunch of beer. But um, about 3 years ago, um, they had the event at the beach, and I told my wife, I said, "Let's go watch that. Let's go." And I don't think she was too keen on it, but we went, and it was um, I was just blown away at how exciting and entertaining it was. Um, and actually, that's where I met Mike Grimaldi, and which Mike is unbelievable, and it was uh, unbelievable to see a guy his size going up against guys that were 220, 230, and just him holding his own. It was like I'm like, holy shit. And by the time the tournament was over, I told my wife, I said, I think I want to do that. And I was 49 then. So I started when I was 49 years old.
How old are you
So
now, Dave?
52.
All right, so you've been pulling for a couple of years, 3 years or so, 3.5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. And what did I'd say? What do you do for work? What do you do for a living now?
I'm a mechanic by trade, and I do all kinds of stuff. My brother has a tree business. I kind of do that, help him when he needs help too. And so I'm always working at something.
Gotcha.
So,
And is this? Do you think this kind of helps you out in arm wrestling, like these type of
um,
movements, these types of lifts and stuff?
Like when you're breaking a bolt, do you set up this ratchet like this and like try to pronate it over?
Um, probably not so much, but I'm sure it helps, versus someone who maybe doesn't do something that's physical. I'm sure it helps along the way somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
And arm wrestling, I'd say wise. Who do you train with? I know you train with the Outlaws. I'd say right.
yep, yep.
And
So there's
Grimaldi's in that
Mike
group.
Grimaldi and Michael Hawks and Shubich and John Rose, um, Eric Big Rig. Um,
You got
so
a
that
great group of guys, a nice big group of guys, great group of guys
yeah,
too.
Yeah, a
yep.
bunch of killers.
Yeah, great.
So
I mean, they're all killers. All of them between all their weight. I would say between 180 or 160 something. Because I think what's Rose? Is he 76?
yeah, he might even be lighter than that.
Yeah,
He's
maybe
I,
six.
but I would say he's around there. Yeah, I would say he's probably
Does he pull
about that.
76? I think he pulls 76, right?
I think he does. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like 160 something all the way up to 300 pounds plus. I
Yeah.
think Eric GT right now is about 380 pounds or something like that. So
Yeah.
he's a monster of a man. So Jesus.
Yeah. There was a
Um,
time that I could beat him when he first started, but that's not even remotely close nowadays. It's
I hate that shit, dude. You get someone on the team and they're like, they're big, but like, they just don't understand the movement. You know what I mean? So they're not
yeah.
strong in it. And then they stay consistent. They don't get injured. And then a year later, you're like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
only
now,
on.
in practice he'd be like, "You want to pull?" And I'm like, I can't even give you anything. I don't.
Do you guys do
But it's all
bands?
good. What's that?
Do you ever like, so like, I got a guy that's too strong on the team. I'll put like a 175-pound blue band and put it on his forearm and still arm wrestle with him.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
rip on a guy, but you know what I mean? You're like, okay, I'm going to give you pressure and then say if your pronation's not as strong as his, but now that band can kind of hold him back, then it
Right.
makes the playing field a little even. So you're
Yeah.
benefiting. It's kind of like how Devin does like the two hand thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that with him would be probably work out. I mean, he's just way too big. Even his body weight is just, a really big guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
But
saw
yeah, it's
videos.
a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. You know, I've met a lot of people, even people in the crowds, that, wow, this is my first event. I've never seen it. And they go, it's not what I thought. And, I said, yeah, you probably thought there's a bunch of arrogant, friggin' cocky people walking around, and it's generally speaking not what it is.
No.
Yeah, there's always that asshole that's talking shit on the table, this being this awful
Well,
derogatory
well,
terms coming out of their mouth.
yeah.
I think Dave got into that last week, actually, at the tournament. I wish we could see those matches again. I mean, Dave put on a show last weekend twice. I mean, 2 different days. First, it was Saturday at Average Joe's Beernasium, Purple Cobras versus Average Joe's, and then the next day at the 11th annual New York State Championships tournament. So that was a really good show. I mean, Dave's been putting a really good show on, and even I still can't even get that picture out of my head from Test Your Frame with. I mean, Dave had to go home between 8 to 10 medals that day. I have to say,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
ridiculous. I remember that picture. It was just all his medals was hanging all the way from one arm all the way up the other arm. It was just ridiculous. But
I try to I always make 198s, and I always pull 220s. If I'm making a drive, I pull masters.
mhm.
I pull 98s, pull 220s. Sometimes, if there's a 240 class, and I've had people ask me, "Hey, look, we only have one or two people in that. Throw me in."
Yep,
Um,
I was one of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
definitely. No, it's great to see you pull. Always doing a great job. Always leveling up. Always getting better.
if they
Um,
need, if they, I've had.
I was gonna say, what's between the match that you had with Tyler? I'm sure Tyler's gonna join us in a bit, but and it's just and I want to compare both. The reason why I want to compare both is because they pull very similar, and you beat one, and the other one kind of beat you. Which I'm talking about is Tyler Edlin and Evan James Reed. Both very high post. What did you feel that was the difference? I mean, between both of them, and you pulled both of them. Was one hand stronger than the other? Was somebody have a press and someone didn't? Explain to us exactly because you pulled both of these guys. You were in war with absolutely with both of them. I mean, and it's just you would only know to see, because obviously you want to super match with both these guys. What did you feel difference? What did you think?
Um, I would say Tyler, his hand felt stronger, I would say. Um, and his arm's really long. I'm not used to um, someone with a longer arm than mine a lot of the times. But yeah, he didn't give. I thought after the match, I'm like, geez, did I forget to try to cup him or something? But because I really couldn't get a cup at all. I mean, if anything, I don't usually lose my wrist a lot, and I did more in that match than I'm used to. Usually I might stay flat wristed, but I don't generally get my wrist taken so much. But he definitely he had the upper hand there, that's for sure. Um,
And then
and
comparison to Evan.
um, yeah, Evan and I have pulled quite a few times. Um, we definitely have our battles. I would say Tyler's hand felt stronger. But I have taken a little time off this year too, so I don't, and that's no, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I felt good. So, um, but I see Evan Reed in his match with Tyler was kind of transition. You know, he got behind his shoulder more than when him and I have pulled. So I don't know if he's just changed his style a little bit. Um, so I don't know on that part, but
Well,
Welcome,
what's
Nick.
going on, guys?
Welcome. How's everything going, bud?
Doing good. We just had some nice burgers. It was a good time. But the event
Nice.
was awesome. We can't let the results come out, but I think everyone had a good time. I think the athletes had a good time. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah,
I think your announcer did a great job, honestly.
Yeah, man. I definitely appreciate them. Announcer was good.
Yeah, everything was great. Honestly, everything was great. Place was great. The pullers were great. Um, I don't want to say anything too much, but it was a great time. Definitely a decent amount of people. Um, yeah, everybody's going to have to see exactly what happened, but great job, Nick. I mean, if you ever need anything, I'm always there, so you let me know, obviously. And, but yeah, great matches all the way through. And you want to say anything about the tournament tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. So tomorrow is the second annual Turtle Man Classic charity tournament. Also, it's Connecticut States. The event itself is going to start at noon. But that being said, sign up registration weigh-ins will be from 8 to 11 a.m. Um, we're going to have rules meeting at 11. So if you have any questions, those will be the best time. We'll be at the rules meeting. But if you guys have other questions, you can ask me or any of the people helping out. Um, we have so we last year we did the overalls, but this year there's a little bit more on the line. So the winner of the left and the winner of the right overall will be guaranteed a spot on the next pay per view event. So it's gonna get interesting. I know people want to get on the event. Because especially I think today was pretty good. Um, but I got a question for you guys. You guys, as you saw it, you can't tell the score. But what was your favorite match?
James Clark and Paul Passmore.
That was the crowd favorite. We had a little. I got video of it. I'll post it. Probably after the matches. But I don't know if you were there or not. But we had everyone voted for the match of the night, and
Yeah.
that was the match of the night from the crowd.
Mhm.
yeah, that
Ryan
was,
Malik and Sam Mitchell did a great job too.
yep.
Oh yeah,
Definitely a really good match. Um,
I can't
yeah,
believe what happened to Nick today. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, I didn't
yeah.
predict that. I'll be honest.
I was telling the guys I was honestly scared. I think that's why I got so fired up. But yeah, we can't say too much. But man, it was
It was good. Every match was really good. Every
Yeah, that
match
was a
was
comeback story
super
with
good.
Nick's match. That's all I can say.
Mhm.
Like, um, some of them were one-sided. Some guys just didn't have a showing. Some guys did. Most of them were fucking bangers though. But I know I got to work out. I gotta hit the gym more. That's why when we set up for the tournament, me and Sam were just lifting weights the whole time, just trying to get better. Now I know why Nick's so big. I saw the gym he trains in there. That was fucking wild.
It's pretty cool, man. Maybe if you're still around Sunday, we'll do a recovery workout.
I would love for Nick Stone to teach me a recovery workout.
Yeah, we'll do that in the morning. Well, let's finish the tournament, but most likely, maybe we'll do it in the morning or something if you're around.
All right. And anyone that's listening needs to go to the Turtle Man because I'm bringing a one of one costume, and it is going to make the
I,
event.
I don't think. Do I know what it is? I don't think I
I think
know
this
what it
match is
is.
No,
revealing.
it's a surprise.
Oh man. That's
whatever you
interesting.
think it is, it might not be that.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yep.
That's the only thing I know.
Yeah.
But
But remember, the Turtleneck Classic is PG-13. Remember that. Friday today was the R-rated day.
yep,
This is so just keep that in mind. We have certain rules.
there's
Oh,
kids
I
there.
got I
All
got
right.
But beyond
PG,
that,
bro.
I
This
just
is
want to jump back a little bit to Dave Seaton match with Tyler Edlin and Average Joe's, and also want to talk about your boy too on Borderline Arms and how good of a job he did too. Um,
obviously done.
Comparison, obviously, I don't know if you've seen the match with Tyler Edlin and Evan James Reed, Dave, but Evan beat Tyler, you beat Evan, Tyler beat you. How crazy is that? How
It's
how
a
how,
vicious
how
circle.
it's almost like it doesn't make sense. And I know styles make matches. Don't get me wrong, but all these guys are all high posted top rollers. All these guys are pretty much the same. Obviously, somebody's got a stronger hand than someone else. Someone else has a stronger arm. Someone has a little bit more of a press. I get that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, how do you feel like in that mix? Like, do you want another rematch with Tyler Edlin? Would you want another match with Evan James Reed just because you seen him maybe pull a little bit different with Tyler than he pulled with you? Like how do you see things?
Um, I would take a match with either one, and I'm sure just on a tournament level, where probably our paths will probably cross a bunch of times. Um, they're both really good pullers, and I kind of look at it as um, I'm just trying to stay ahead of these younger guys for as long as I can. So, if I can be a pain in their ass, then yay for me. So,
I'd say your table IQ too is really high up there too as well. So I think you know what you need to do when you need to do it. It's
yeah, but
just
I usually figure that out after the match.
say again.
Usually after the match, I go, oh yeah.
But that's what Tyler was saying after the match with Evan. He's like, I really should have done this. I don't even know why I went there, with him. So, and it's kind of you looking back at things a little bit more differently, So, but I definitely see that being another future match, 100% with you and Tyler. I definitely see you and Evan James Reed pulling again as well. After seeing that match up against Tyler Edlin and how fierce Evan was, so it's just I see a lot of good future matches, but I also see someone else that I'd love for you to pull, Dave. It's not always about winning. Sometimes you get matches because you left and you put everything on the table, and it was that good of a war that I just would love to see it against someone else. So when you see someone like that, and obviously you always do want to win, but just because you give that much, sometimes people just want to see you go into another war again because they want to see a great show, and that's what you do, and that's what you did twice in 2 days, one Saturday and then one Sunday. One was a super match, and then the next day at the tournament with Justin Bear. So that's having everybody yelling your name there, Dave. I mean, me being one of them and saying, crack his fucking wrist back. I'm sure you heard me fucking saying that, and screaming at the top of my lungs. So how does that feel with, I want to say, the event that we had? I mean, in the eatery is a decent amount of people, but just in the fair was about 120,000 people during that weekend, and that day had the most attendance. I mean, in the eatery, you have a few thousand people just there that are watching. How did that feel, like having that chant around you?
It, driving home Saturday after the super match, I called my wife because she wasn't able to make it, and I says, in the fifth round, I said I had Tyler probably an inch or two from the pin line. I go, so that kind of sucks. I was pretty bummed about that. I mean, I was just driving home, and at random, I would just go, fuck. But that thing Saturday, um, Justin gets fired up. He does, and I generally don't say nothing. However, there comes a point to where I'm not going to take it anymore. So yeah, we had a screaming match. It got pretty heated and intense, And I heard I think it was a couple of my teammates. I think Mike Hawk started, the "Let's Go Dave," and in the back of my head, I'm thinking, guys, I appreciate it. And then next thing I know, I'm like, holy shit, it's deafening in here.
Yep.
And then I'm like, there's no way I can lose this match. I have to pin him on this. So that was awesome. And I told my wife, I said, you know what? I was kind of bummed that I didn't beat Tyler. But I can get another ring. But that thing Sunday, that definitely was special, just with all those people. And you know what? My wife was so amped up and everything that she just zoned out and didn't record anything. So that's why I was trying to find a video. I'm like, did anybody get a video of that?
Yeah, that was
But
really that was a great time. I mean, you
yeah,
did.
that was something special. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I would say so. And just because having that match the way you did with Tyler earns you another match in the future with me. We already talked about this, Dave. Just for the fact that
Yeah,
how good of a puller you are, and how much heart you have, and how much respect you have, and you and your wife. I mean, mess around with your wife and everything like that. She's a great person. So I really appreciate both of you guys. And
well,
yeah,
thanks, Steve. Appreciate you.
absolutely, absolutely, 100%. Speaking of the devil,
Hey, 1 second, boys.
Edlin, the
Going on.
main super match winner of the night up against David Seaton. We just talked about everything with about Dave. I mean, ins and outs, even with about James. I mean, Evan James Reed too. I
Yeah.
want to ask you a couple questions too.
Okay.
Tyler, welcome to the show, my man. How's everything going?
It's going good. Long week, but it's Friday, so it's going a lot better now.
Nice, nice. You know
Yeah.
how incredibly blunt I am and honest when it comes for me to telling shit, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. The night of the super match night, not gonna lie, I thought you were toast. You
Yeah.
look so tired. You look so
Yeah.
exhausted. I went up to Wade and I told him, you need to wake him up because I've seen Tyler awake and he looks like he just drove a million hours, worked a million hours. I
Yeah.
mean, trained as much as he could, and then came here and said, I'm ready, but I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this. I know a little bit about the backstory. That's why I kind of wrote that on your the video that you posted. I give you a lot of respect, for coming out. Same thing with Dave Seaton. He
Right.
always works his ass off and always comes to polls. Didn't have a lot of time to train, but all in all, tell us what happened before ahead of time. How many hours you've been driving? I mean, you were on the podcast before, and then you were still driving, and you got there, and you were still driving. I mean, you were driving for hours. So just tell us a
Yeah.
little about it.
All right. So yeah, it was about an 8-hour drive total. We had to stop for gas for a couple times. Probably really realistically 7, but just stopping for gas was about 8. Which not the worst, but not great. And yeah, I joined the podcast because I was falling asleep and I was like, I need something. And I was like, I set my phone up so I didn't have to hold it at all. So, and I was like, all right, this is the best I could do. And that woke me right up.
Nice.
I was driving fucking the rest of the way completely fine. But no, when I got to the event, I was pretty exhausted. Yeah, I didn't sleep that great in the hotel. Um, we probably could have picked a better hotel. Not gonna lie. But no, when I got there, I was pretty tired, but I was kind of like just hydrating as much as I could. I had a beer or two, but then I started just eating food and getting myself mentally ready. Um, and that was more of what I was tired, but that was more of what I was doing. I wasn't really being super social before I pulled. Just kind of keeping that battery going. But yeah, when the time came, I mean, round one, I felt like I was sleeping a little bit. I didn't know where I've never pulled Dave before, so I didn't know where he was going to be going at all. Which it was super high and it was super strong. And yeah, he got me round one. And after that, I was like, all right, it's time to turn it on. I don't really care about being tired anymore. Let's get after it. And I started getting a little bit vocal and hyping myself up. All respect to Dave still. But yeah, I needed to get that extra gear in, and it paid off.
Nice, nice. I was gonna say, comparison to, because you pulled Evan James Reed and you pulled Dave Seaton,
Yep.
two different pullers. I mean, you lost to Evan, you beat Dave,
Yeah.
Dave beat Evan, he lost to you. I mean, it's just the comparisons. How do you feel the difference between both of them? What did you think was different between them? What did you think you could done a little bit differently next time if you had another match with Evan?
So I think Dave and I are more similar pullers than Evan and I are. Um, I was listening to a little bit of the podcast while I was eating, and I saw that Dave had said he doesn't really lose his wrist much often. Like very often, he usually goes flat wrist and gets the pin, or even when he loses, still flat wrists. Which I'm kind of the same way. I've seen Evan lose his wrist and go into crazy arm break positions and just push right through it. I don't think I've seen Dave do that. I know I haven't seen myself do that. So I think that's definitely the edge that Evan has. It's the grit. It's the he has a little bit more side pressure than both Dave and I do. I'd say that's the real difference, and not like he has really good hand and he gets really high, but not so much cup. If he got a little bit more cup, um, be definitely little bit more dangerous. Be able to keep his wrist a little bit more, but I think to beat Evan the next time, I would have to be mentally completely ready. I felt like I was sleeping a little bit last time, more like playing copycat than trying to go through my own lanes. Um, not to take anything away from Evan. Evan probably would have beat me either way that
No,
day.
take it away from him. Tell the truth. Be like, you were sleeping, and that's why you lost. You're gonna smash Evan.
No, I can't make excuses. But
Nah, even Evan still at the. I mean, he was he was sitting right on Tyler's bicep, while Evan was pressing. I mean, it's just
yeah,
Evan went to a different lane. Give him a lot of respect. He didn't keep on top rolling. He didn't stay high posted. He went into his lane, whatever he needed to do to win. And I think that's what Tyler did when he went up against Dave.
yeah,
And he,
yeah.
he did everything he needed to do to win. He pulled every stop out. So but it could have been I would like to see a different match. I'd almost like to see a till 6 or till 7 instead of 5 because I don't know who would have won that next match. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, it was so
I'd
close.
pull a best of 10.
Come on.
Ah, Dave.
Come on.
I've had so many people tell me, "Wow, I thought you'd be tired by now."
Wow.
Yeah,
No
so
respect.
I would like to see a longer match between both of you. I'd like to see what would
I
happen.
would say after I lost the second round to Tyler, I kind of thought to myself, "Wow, either he got back pressure in round one because it was a total different um, between round one and two was totally different. I felt your back pressure in round two was insane compared to round one.
So I can expand on that a little bit. I round one was pulling through the top of my knuckle, like right up here, pulling that kind of towards my forehead and to the sky. Um, and you're better than me at doing that. So you took my hand, and I was like, all right, abandon ship. And then after that, I just got just as high as I could, made a shelf, and I dragged down and cupped as much as I could with my low hands or my low fingers to and blocked your cup and rotation with my wrist, like all right here. So it was kind of like a low hand top roll, but as bluffing as I possibly could be. I was bluffing as I could have been a wicked high top roll, as high as I possibly could be,
So you
and
made
then
it
just
seem
dropping
like you
down.
were. So you made it seem like you were doing something else, and then you went low hand top.
Yeah, yeah, and I dragged into it as hard as I could.
Nice.
You did
Well,
drag. I definitely felt that. I'm like, wow, there's a different gear there.
Yeah,
all right, guys. I appreciate you having me on, but I gotta get going. Thanks for having me. Thanks for talking about the tournament.
Of
I'll see
course.
a few of you guys there. I'll see one of you definitely, but maybe a few. Well,
Yeah,
thanks again,
Uh,
guys.
good
what
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
you.
Of
time was the
course, man.
weigh-ins
Again,
again,
go to
Mike?
the Turtle Tournament
Eight to
tomorrow,
11.
8
8
to
to
11. If
11.
you're there after 11, you gotta pay $50 late fee.
It's no, it's not guaranteed, but it's definitely going to be more than 50. So definitely show up on time. Nothing's guaranteed, but it's gonna be like $100 at least if you show up late. So everybody keep that in mind, guys. And that money goes to the charity.
Yeah, everyone show up, guys. This is an important charity. This is
You
special.
Well,
show up late, we're cutting your legs off. All right.
that's it. That's it. Yeah, one shot. But hey, guys, thank you very much. I hope you have a good night, and until next time.
I'll
Yes,
see you,
sir.
Nick. Thanks
Thank you,
for
Mr. Nick
Later,
coming
Stone.
Nick.
on.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for Tay, and have a good night, buddy.
You too, guys. Thank
What a guy. All right, for real. Who thinks they could beat Nick Stone?
Nobody.
It might take the four of us combined.
Well, he just had a triple threat match today. So
I don't care.
You think we need four, not three? Is that what
Have
we're
you
saying?
spoiled
Here?
anything yet, James?
What?
Have you
I think
spoiled anything yet?
he needs
You're not
6.
legally law binding. I'm not, and I don't really want to talk about it anyway. So
Good, good.
let's move on from that. Not everyone can be a winner, you prick. Okay.
So let's talk about a little bit some future matches. Let's talk about a little bit maybe not even some future matches, but some other matches that happened at Average Joe's and Purple Cobras. Does anything else stand out besides this phenomenal match that happened?
I think you guys should do a triple threat match. I think
Well,
that'd be cool.
we'll see
Evan,
what happens.
Dave, and Tyler.
No.
I think that would be cool. Like a personal vendetta triple threat. But wait, no, you need another guy. Who's another guy? Because then it would work perfect. You did a winners and a losers bracket, double elimination. And then you got an A and B bracket, and then you can win your back up. I'm telling you, we did this at practice one time. It was pretty cool. And then you
I need to
get
gain some weight for that. I weighed in at 183
what was
for the
that?
195
195? Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Go do some push-ups. What have you been doing, dude? Come on.
push-ups.
Push-ups help with arm wrestling, bro.
What? Glutes and pecs?
I'm telling you, I met not Tyler, Paul Passmore today, and that guy says he benches, and I believe him.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
a
looks like it.
big fuck. He's a
Dude.
big 250 something pound dude, man. He's
His
a
fucking lats. Like,
Yeah,
if he
lats,
was on the Twin
traps.
Towers that day, he could have just went like that and flew to the next building. It was fucking wild.
yeah. But what other matches do you think stood out at Average Joe's and Purple Cobras? I know what other match that I liked. Sergio and Ron
Yeah.
I know Ron.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
his
going to say. Lefty.
Ron's left-handed match was a pretty good barn burner there too.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought that Sergio lost that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost 2 rounds on fouls, I think.
Yeah, it was his fault, man. It was really his fault. He was playing with the 16-year plus veteran, and the first one he went up there he flashed him, flashed Ron.
Yeah, which I
And then
didn't
the
expect.
second one, I don't know if you've seen that, but he kind of tucked in and he held him center and he started laughing. So you're going to give someone there and then they're going to start pulling you and they're going to start figuring you out, little by little. And that's exactly what happened. He found himself in a spot where he felt Ron was a little bit stronger than he thought he was going to be. And Ron ended up winning that. I think Sergio really should have won that match. That was his match to win. And I mean, you can't say anything else about Ron. Ron, beat him left and beat him right. He was one of the only guy. He was the only guy that won 2 rings that night.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what was that? Did you say Ron won both left and right?
yeah,
Hey, me. There, put it in my palm. My predictions are flawless. I'm too.
your predictions are bullshit. All right,
Wait, so hold on, this restart. Who was the first match of the night?
first match of the night was I don't remember.
Are you fucking? Was it Bushy?
Gleishaw, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Gleishaw.
yep, yes, it was.
And I said Bushy was going to win.
Who?
Who's Vishal? Oh, Vishal? Who?
Glishaw. What's his name? Garrett versus Dustin too. That was the first match. Like I said, you're full of shit. Anyways, so
Wait, Garrett Tupper?
no, you fucking Garrett Gilshaw, the kid that was there. He's like 17 years old.
I wasn't there, dude. And
You know,
anyone watching
exactly.
probably
That's why I
wasn't
was saying
there,
you
dude.
don't
So
even
we're
know.
asking these questions.
You don't even know what the hell you're
Okay, I was wrong on that one because who did he pull?
Dustin too.
His name's Dustin too.
Yes.
He
We
fucking.
named him Dustin Too Strong.
Oh,
Literally.
I was like, bro, if your last name's two, that's kind of fun. You get away with a lot of stuff there. Where are you headed to?
But yeah.
All right. Well, second match.
Second match was Sergio.
Oh, so I was right on that one. Okay, next one.
I don't think so. But it was
We'll have
Mark
to.
Haggett
I'll clip it.
versus Michael Hawks.
Left or right?
They
Left.
pulled both. They pulled first
Yeah,
left and
left
then
was the
right.
first match.
Yeah.
And I said Mike was going to win left, and I
Yes.
said Mark Haggett was going to win right.
Yes.
Next match.
Number 4. I think it was your brother's match. It was Vadim and what's his name? Bird.
Yeah. And what did I predict on that?
Yeah. It wasn't. I think Vadim got a pin though, didn't he?
He got a foul pin. Oh.
We'll see what happens left.
Same thing but worse.
Yeah, I'll bet you. I'll bet you some money. How much you
Oh,
want to bet?
now you want to start doing money bets after all these matches I've been right on. Yeah, I'll take your money.
You haven't won one bet. Not one. Not one.
You never bet. All the ones I got,
What are
you're
you
like,
talking about? I'll bet you. I'll bet you. I would have bet you even with Tim and whoever else. I would have bet you anything.
I don't even want to talk about Tim. So why do we gotta bring that name in here?
Well, I told
Why are you
you.
doing this to us, dude? We're trying to have a good night, and you're trying to ruin it. You're trying to
I'm
make me
just
leave.
saying. I would have just. It
Fucking
is what it is.
sensitive right now,
It is
dude.
what it is.
That's the problem. He saw I was winning the argument, and now he's being toxic. You guys saw this, and everyone's watching. Fucked up. Anyways, Burdock's gonna win. Next one.
Tim, what's his last name?
Tim
I don't know.
Bushy and Alexis Cabana.
I said Bush was gonna win. Pay me. Keep going. Was that a good match, or is it sweep?
No, it was a sweep. I mean, Tim was just on a different level than Alexis. Just and I'm glad that Tim actually leveled up because his first match that he had at the CrossFit Games, he was asleep. He wasn't really 100% there. He didn't know what to expect. He didn't know that he needed to be on a different level than a regular tournament. It's not the same setting. It's not the same, so. But he did good. And he woke up and he won his match. What's up there? You don't have to, what are you raising your hand for? Yes, dick face. Go ahead.
I'm being polite, you fucking light skinned prick. Okay. Anyways, you do this to me every time when I got a good question and I'm being quiet and I'm waiting my turn, not interrupting.
And you forgot your question.
I fucking did. You.
Oh my god! All right, so we're gonna move on. What we were talking about before, anyways.
Oh, now I got it. So, to all of you athletes, do you think when you lose and then you get another super match, does that motivate you to do better, or do you guys come in the match kind of sad about it? I'm just curious. Like, what is personally each one?
I can't speak on this because I've never had a super match
For
that
me,
I've for yet.
for me, I came in like more pissed than I've ever come in for any competition, and it wasn't really like at anything specifically more than like just myself for mentally lacking when I pulled Evan. Yeah, so I was being pretty hard on myself with this one. Definitely trying to focus on that aspect of it more than anything is like getting my mental completely locked in and like using the anger, you know, in the match and not really wasting time on it aside from that.
How about you, Dave?
Well, I the first super match I ever had was against Cam Dennett, and actually they threw me in with Peter Brana too. I pulled Brana first, and at that time, Pete and we've had our battles, but usually I would beat Pete. I'm sure that's not the case today because he's trains like a lunatic. But um, so other than that, I beat Cam and then I beat Evan. So um, I don't think I have any more motivation as far as I don't know. I mean, I don't think obviously if I pulled Tyler again, yeah, I definitely I didn't want to lose this time, so I don't want to lose the next time. So would I train harder? Um,
Let's just say
not
you
like
weren't going up against Tyler. Let's just say you were going up against someone else for your next super match. Would you train just as hard as you would be training for Tyler, or would it be different?
yes, yeah, no, I think you don't want to lose, so I think but when I don't think I train different. Um, I try to do um when I go to a tournament, I go to pull. So I pulled, if I'm pulling well, I pull a lot. So and a lot of people say that, like I said, toward the end of the day, well, I thought you'd be tired. I kind of take pride in that I'm still competitive, even if I've pulled 25 matches. So if I go to pull a super match, it's like, I've talked to people. They won't pull a tournament the next day. Well, I had a super match last night. It's a big freaking deal. If it went 5 rounds, you pulled 5 rounds. I mean, to me, that's no big deal. Um, so I don't really think I train any different, but you know, mentally, you're prepared for one guy versus you don't know how many or whoever you're coming up in a tournament. So I think it's a little more focused. Um, but I don't think I really train any different.
How about you, James?
So
Oh shit, dude. I'm tired of getting molested. Oh. Hey, I ain't never met a guy that goes, you know what? I'm into being a victim. Like, I think I like this. Actually, you know what? That's actually a real thing too. So there are people that like that. I don't like it. So like after being a victim so many times, I'm like, no, fuck this. It's time to go to the drawing board, eat better, train harder. And after these last couple ones, I've noticed like I'm really sleeping before my matches or like during the match. I'm not really where like mentally, like Tyler said, I'm not involved where I should be. So I'm really focused on like zoning. You don't want to zone in so much like you hit the adrenaline rush and then you can't figure out what you're doing before the match and then you have like an adrenaline dump. But like he said, getting it all right here, knowing your target and aiming at your target. And you don't want to explode because if you explode on, you've seen it. You ever seen a guy flash pin a guy and he's like, yeah, he's freaking out. And then you get smoked the next three.
Oberst just did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adrenaline dump, dude. You gotta, you can't do that. You gotta, you gotta pace yourself. It's just like a good girl on the broom. You gotta. See,
I didn't even know I had a smoke fucking detector. To tell you the truth, yeah, I've been smoking here for like years.
but yeah, I'm very motivated, and I think when you're winning all the time, it's hard to be motivated because you're like I'm doing so good. Like, who's gonna beat me? And then when you get your ass kicked a couple times, you're like, yeah, I don't like this. And again, only cucks say they like losing.
No idea.
Right? You're not a cuck. You don't like it. Are you a cuck? None of you guys are cucks. You guys got like that alpha energy. We all want to win. That's why we do this stuff. Most people are so average. They go to work, come home, and bitch that they're tired, and they lay in their bed and they die. And they never did anything. They didn't chase any dream. They didn't put any investment into themselves besides just getting by.
Each.
You guys are different. So, and I just want to say shout out to all the guys watching. Ian Carnegie said you have an awesome hat. He doesn't have one. What the fuck? I'm pissed because I never got a cool ass hat from Mac. James Clark said what's up. Jesus said what's up. James Clark said no one could beat Nick Stone. And I just want to say shout out to all the guys watching. Hey, set that up. What are you guys doing? That's Steve, isn't it? Steve's watching YouTube.
No, I'm trying to go to where you're at right now so I can not. I don't want to fucking ignore the guys. I want to just, say hi to them.
Oh, hey, you guys forgot about Phil too.
Say again?
Like for the average Joes, you guys forgot about Phil.
Phil?
Phil Austin.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What about Phil?
We didn't finish the matches.
No, I didn't know we were gonna go through all of them. Jesus, but yeah, we can go through all of them.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, it was your event. If you don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it,
Jesus, no, let's go through
let
all
them
of them.
know that.
Not every single match. No, let's go through every single fucking match.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I want to know these things.
We
So
were
we
on
just did.
five.
You should have been there.
Oh, I know why. Because he was getting pissed that I was right about all these matches. Keep going. So it was Bushy and Tim. So pay me again. Next guy.
I think it was
Jeff
Phil.
Luke and Matt Morrison.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Matt Morrison.
Let me do some Facebooking. What'd you guys think about that match while I Google it? Alex Tardif said, "What's up?"
Well,
Alex is
Jeff
awesome,
Luke
too.
and Matt Morrison. Jeff Luke
Oh
got
yeah,
hurt first round, and Matt Morrison almost tore his pinky off. Obviously, it was accidental. They slipped, and his finger got caught on his hand, and it looked like it was okay, but the next day at the tournament, Jeff Luke's hand was black.
Yeah, it was black.
It was pretty bad. It was
Yeah.
actually pretty bad. But I give him a lot of props just for the fact that actually, after that happened, he still pulled Matt through the whole thing, and the next day, obviously you could tell he was hurt. So I give him a lot of props for Jeff Fluke for sticking in there and not just walking away from the match. But yeah, definitely, definitely good. It was definitely good. What are you gonna do? Things happen, man.
I don't even. So like, were they pulling and his finger got caught and he just kept ripping?
Yeah, you know how you can slip out, and then if you slip out, depends. How he's pulling. His hand got caught on his hand, and his thumb got wrenched back while he was pulling the other way, and he said he felt some type of tear in his hand,
I believe him.
and it was. And the next day, they were both taped, and they were so swollen, and his hand was black. So that's pretty bad.
Oh,
But
that's.
shout out to
I know.
Steven
Now-
Durak, Alex Turdiff, Lauren Hallborn, Drew Rivers, James Clark, Shiu Lin, Jeremy Parker, Ron Ermini. Shout out to everybody.
EU is a monster. Ron
Yeah.
Ermani is an assassin.
And Bill Sinks is a marathon man.
Dude, that was a crazy match. I think people need to watch this pay per view. I don't know if you guys have subscribed to that pay per view, but like some of the craziest matches I've seen all year.
Yeah. Great matches.
Legally not allowed to give anything away about it, but like there's
That
a
was the
lot.
one from today.
Yeah, because everyone there had to sign a contract saying you're not allowed to leak the pay per view because then no one's going to want to watch the pay per view.
No leaking.
Yeah, no leaking.
It was nice to announce it, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, you do all right, Steve. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Unless I'm getting my ass kicked and Steve's just out loud going, James is getting his ass kicked. And you're just like, yeah, this guy I do the podcast with, and I call it homie, but I appreciate
You know what's so funny? Because
Scaring me right now.
people think that I protect you or something like that, like on super matches and everything else. And I'm sitting there going, I just threw him in up against Miguel Fernandez. I'm like, how do you figure that I'm protecting him? I threw him into the wolves.
Well,
I'm like,
you gave me JJ, and then after, like, I didn't think you were gonna beat JJ. I just thought you were being cocky, so we had to see where you were at. And I'm like, appreciate you. And then I flash pin Roger Larry Moon. She's like, okay, you think you're good? You think you can beat Miguel? I'm like, give me Miguel. And then you're like, here you go. And then he's just sitting there. He's like, how'd that go, champ? And I'm like, you knew what you were doing. And you didn't tell me.
But you know what? It's a learning lesson for everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's gonna learn. You're gonna learn something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn something. You know. So
yeah.
either
You
way, they're
learn
all
how to
great
not
matches.
like to get molested. That's what I've been doing.
They're all great matches. You know, we know exactly where everyone stands, which is good. And it's just building better matches for the future is what it is. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, these growing opportunities. Like, look at what Tyler did. No offense, Dave. It was a 2-3. But like, I remember talking to Tyler, going, "Hey man, don't be a fucking pussy. Don't make these fucking excuses. Don't be like what happened between him and Evan." He was like, "Man, I should have." I was like, "Shoulda, coulda, woulda." I was like, "You got an opportunity right now to do something different." Those drives, you guys all know. You ever lose a match and go, "I could have won if I would have done this." That's a
Oh yeah.
long. That's a long drive home. I'd rather have my ass kicked like against Miguel and know like he
That
was
was
that much.
Tyler that day up against Evan, man. That was that. I even heard it from
I
Tyler's
was
mouth. Him too.
watching that match and I'm going, Tyler, like, you can beat him. He's like, I know, I'm not doing it. And then second round, I come down, I'm like, hey man, you're doing it again. He's like, I know what needs to happen. It's just, well, everyone has their day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
And like you said, it's kind of weird. Dave beat Evan. Evan beats Tyler. Tyler beat Dave. Styles do make matches, and sometimes everyone's got their kryptonite in that one little hole in their hand.
yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
But now, I don't want to go back to it, but I do. Tyler, do you want to pull Dave again, or do you want Evan?
I mean, I would pull anybody. I mean,
It's not gonna happen.
um, obviously, I'd like to pull Evan and get that one back.
And
Um, and
Dave
then
wants to get
yeah, I
Tyler back,
mean, yeah,
and Evan wants to get Dave back.
I
No,
wouldn't mind
we gotta
pulling.
mix it in. We gotta mix it in a little bit more before
Yeah,
they even go back and forth. You know what I mean?
I
What do you
agree.
mean?
Yeah,
It's still so. There, I think you
No,
gotta have
I
right
would
either
still
way.
give Tyler a notch. You know, another notch above. I would give Dave same thing, another notch above, just because Dave's that good, and Evan vice versa. You know,
So
and
you're
then
thinking like
if you look,
Tyler versus Grimaldi?
no, absolutely not. Grimaldi would molest Tyler. Sorry, Tyler.
no,
Tyler, but
yeah.
well,
Don't
no, no,
volunteer me
Tyler, that
for
was your moment.
manslaughter.
That was your Miguel Fernandez moment, right
Don't volunteer me for manslaughter.
Yeah, that's
It's a firing
Grimaldi
squad.
is on a different level, man, and that's what I understand. You know what I mean? And some of these guys are just ridiculous, but Tyler's still up there. Tyler's on. I want to say Matt Bush, Ethan Sherritt, right there, right with those great guys. You know.
there. Isn't that already happening? Ethan versus Tyler?
Yep,
Yep.
yep. That's at 190 as well.
Pulling Evan, right?
He's
Is
pulling
Ethan
Evan
pulling?
first, which is great news for me.
And
Oh,
same
so
thing with Dave Seaton. Dave Seaton's right there. He's cruising with all those guys too, right there at that pro level, low level, pro level, you know, at that 190, 200 range. And he cruises with all those guys, and those matches have to happen too, as well. And the great thing about this is that one of those matches are already happening, which is going to be in September 20th. It's going to be Evan James Reed versus Ethan Sherritt. You know, and so I'm already thinking about that. These matches are already going to happen, you know. So it's and because they have to happen, you know. Everybody's kind of around that weight, 180, 190, 200, and everybody can kind of cruise between 195 to 185. So it's just
I would like to see, after seeing the way Tyler was acting with Dave, I would like to see Tyler pull Yusuf.
I'd kill Yusef. I'd
Oh,
destroy Yusef. Right hand,
I mean, I already
of course,
saw.
right hand.
Yeah, I mean, I already
But
saw what Tyler did to him right-handed at New York Smoke Supermatch Series. He destroyed use of right hand.
he can try to mix it up. But like in
oh, Jason, I
competition,
missed
if
that. Tyler,
I'm
you
taking
beat
it
Yusuf
serious and we're
already?
talking that shit, I don't think he's gonna be quick enough to counter
No,
it.
I don't think Yusuf's right is on that level. Yusuf's left is on that level.
Yeah, Yusef would smoke me left.
That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't put his right on that level. And that's another match that's going to happen again. Ryan Woods versus Yusuf Wilson. We did the first New York Smoke Super match. Here's the first one, and Yusuf. I mean, he went through Ryan. I mean,
I
and
will say Yusef gets some crazy pins.
he
He
does.
is so good and so technical.
He's
He has a pin right hand on Eric Fisk, and I have pulled Eric Fisk a couple times now, and he is so legit. If you get stuck in his bicep, you're screwed. And
oh yeah,
Yusef just avoided it perfectly.
yep. And he was fast enough to do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Sorry to cut you off.
yeah, no. Jump in.
Bro,
Everybody's
it's okay when you cut him off. He
yeah.
doesn't ever.
It's okay when you cut me off. No,
Yeah.
but in general, yeah, I completely agree, 100%. And but it's all on how you hit and how fast you are and where you take him to. You know, if you go into more of his hand, he doesn't like people that to press. You know,
Yeah.
really doesn't like people when they try to press him. So that's kind of And Ryan, I mean, I seen Ryan pull Chris and pin Chris Michaels. You know what I mean, and pull other guys at that 180 something class. So that's why I'm putting that match together again because I think Ryan really leveled up his right, and I don't think Yusuf's right has leveled up as much as Ryan's has. His left has, but I don't think his right has. And Ryan's, obviously his main, right. He's mainly right-handed, so I believe that's what I believe. You know, so we'll see what happens there. That's going to happen again. We have a lot of really good matches. Miguel Fernandez is pulling Bigfoot, left-handed 220.
Ooh,
Nice.
I mean, that's going to
I
be a
want to see
phenomenal
that.
match.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I
Yeah.
want to see that.
Another match is going to be Miguel Fernandez versus Alexander, right hand at 220.
Also good.
Yeah, that's going to be a great match too. Um,
Do you think so? How does that go? Do you think that Alexander has proven himself, or do you think that
I
it's
keep on putting people up against Alexander. The only person that has beaten Alexander so far is Roger Bailey learned.
that was left though, right?
I thought that was right, but I'm not sure. But either way, Alexander comparison to the way he's been, even same thing with Wade. I mean, he's on that level. Wade wants to pull Miguel. You mean, and I don't think Wade is on that level yet.
Well, Wade just got beat by Caleb.
Say again.
I don't think we got to rub any dirt on him. I think no. Now you're
You're
being
the
a
one
dick.
that said it. You're the one that said it. I mean, I'm the one that said it was going to happen, and like I said, I was going to put money on that match, and you were like, "Oh no, there's no way Wade's going to win. He's going to beat Caleb. Come on!" And you saw exactly what happened. So
I
I
don't want
was
to fucking
right.
talk about it. That was bullshit.
I was right. You were wrong.
No.
But
Who
we moved
here thought Wade was going to lose to a 16-year-old boy? Nobody.
That 16-year-old boy is faster than you. He's faster than everybody that's on this podcast right now.
The audacity. The
I've pulled,
audacity.
I've pulled Caleb a few times, and I know um, I can catch him a lot faster if we're in the strap. That's for sure, because he's a lot faster than I am.
Well, because you're better on the strap, Dave.
Oh,
I think it makes up for my slow start.
It does. No, it does. 100%. But I'm just saying in general, that's why you're able to catch him. Because I seen him with you, same thing with his left. I mean, he's ridiculous with his left. When he's out of the strap, it's a completely different story, you know? So, but same thing. Caleb's another one, left-hander, left-handed. I mean, same thing, 183, 187, around that weight class. That cruises around. But left-handed, I don't think that anybody really right now around that weight class really wants to go up against him. Left-handed.
I bet Burdock beats him at 154 pounds.
We're talking about different levels here. We're talking about Chris Michaels levels, Vadim level, Burdock level. That's Derek Doble.
You
That's
don't
Garrett
you don't
level.
think Wade can beat them guys?
Who? No,
You don't.
no, I don't. Wade now? No.
Tyler, you need to clip this and send this to Wade. Be like, Wade now? Mm-mm. You need to get that boy motivated.
Wade when he pulled.
Arm Wars, or not Arm Wars, but Battle of the Tri-State, he was impressive.
Yep. And when he pulled up against Jason, he had a super matchup against Jason.
Yeah, that was at Battle of the Tri-State.
Okay, yeah. So that's That's the weight that can probably mop everyone at 198. You know what I mean? And that's the weight I want to see. The weight now, I don't know.
The Wade that misses weight for the weight class, bro. Not cool. That ain't Christian.
I don't know. That's all I got to say. But either way, Caleb is on a roll at
So,
187, 183, left handed. He will demolish people. I'll put money
um,
on that.
trying to think. So, do you think Caleb Johnson can beat Matt Flippin?
Well, that's the match that's going to happen September 20th.
No way, dude.
Yep. That's one of the matches that's going to happen September
Steve,
20th.
you just got these matches, dude. You got these matches, dude. How do you know these things?
Yep.
It's like we think the same.
Yep. That's the match.
That's gonna.
And I don't know if you guys saw, but Derek Doble just beat Garrett Tupper at New York State's. Dave Seaton, you were there.
Yep.
And I mean, at 154, that's impressive for Derek Doble.
Yep.
That's actually another super match that's happening September 20th.
Awesome.
Derek Doble versus Garrett Tupper. I mean, that's gonna happen. Another match that's gonna happen. I know everybody's saying like, oh, this already happened before, which was Glenn Tupper versus Tim Zafila. That match happened, but it was right-handed, and it happened at John Heinowski's Memorial Classic tournament, a super match series or whatever it was with James Reed, and that was right-handed. This is a left-handed match. We've been waiting for this to happen.
Glenn's left is better.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's just gonna tell both
Left like
of
a pair of freaking vice grips, man. He does
Yeah.
not let go, man. He is. It's
Yep.
insane.
Yeah, he's brutal.
Yeah, that hand is ridiculous. I mean, I pulled Glenn before, and he's one of the only guys that wasn't able to press, and he grabbed my thumb and he wrenched me all the way right back. I mean, he had a grip on my finger. I mean, I wasn't able to slip out at all. But yeah, definitely, we have some really good matches that are going to be happening, man. I can't wait. Another match is going to be Ray Romanowski versus Fred Morrison. Ray's been pulling some great guys. I mean, he hasn't lost any of his matches so far. This is going to be, I think, Fred Morrison's first super match, but the way he's been pulling, I've just seen him pull at the beach up against Michael Hawks.
Yeah,
Dave
he's
was there.
just
Very impressive. I mean, very impressive. So I think he deserves a chance, a matchup against him. Matt Morrison, that's his family's. I think is that his brother, right?
Cousin.
Is
I'm
it
not sure if
Yep.
cousin? Okay.
Yep.
I know there's a brother, cousin, and a son. So
Yeah, he's got his son, and
yeah,
I think Fred's the cousin.
yeah, yeah. But definitely, that's
I was just talking to Ray today about it. Ray says he's gonna smash Fred Morrison. They're not even the same level.
You're such a liar.
Oh yeah.
Ray doesn't even talk like that.
What do you mean? Ray's like, look me in the eyes. That guy has nothing on me.
You're
He
so
can't
full of
even
shit.
stand.
Ray doesn't not remotely even say
No,
anything.
listen, dude. Exact words, quote unquote. I'll read it right now. Quote unquote.
You
Hi,
are
Ray
you're
Romanowski.
reading off your
Too
own
big for this
messenger that you
motherfucker.
wrote yourself,
I
right?
Ray
You're so full of shit.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's his cousin, though. Drew Rivers saying it's his cousin. Shout out to Chrissy Napick, John Rose, Drew Rivers, Adam Warner, David Stone, Stephen Durack, Laura Hallborn, James Clark, Jesus,
Hoburn, not
Alex,
Hawburn.
Chris
Really.
Couch, all you guys for watching. Thanks for watching. But yeah,
Hawburn.
definitely. I think it's going to be good, man. I know it's going to be good. Hotel's phenomenal. Free food, free drinks. There's going to be meatballs, pasta, Italian subs. Are you coming, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm planning on it.
Okay, just so I
Yep.
know that I can just room you, so I'll just keep a room for you.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh, does he get his own room or like?
He gets his own room, James. If you're coming, then he's definitely getting his own room.
Unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry I won't make it to that one. I got firefighter training, but I'm here to
Oh,
save
man.
lives because I'm a fucking hero. I'm gonna watch it for sure. I'm super sad I'm not gonna be there because I really want to watch some of these
I'm
matches.
fucking super sad you're not going to be there.
You say you're super excited?
I'm super sad.
Oh, I was like, that's it. I'm coming. Now that you don't want me there, I'm coming. People can burn. Oh,
That's
just
gonna be great. Hopefully Wade shows up there. It puts
in
a
a
show on
better
the
form.
squad at maybe 200 pounds. I know he's got it. I know he still does. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he was sleeping when he pulled Caleb, but and Caleb's way too fast to be fucking around with that kid. He's just way too quick, and when he's awake, he's too much. That whole crew, just Iron Link Arms, they're like so family. I mean, all of them. Ethan Sherritt, Matt Bush, Caleb Johnson. I mean, they're they're like so family oriented. I want to say, even when it comes to them hanging out here, they slept over so many times. I mean, they're so fucking tight. They're training the way they do things. I mean, it shows even when they pull. Their teammates and stuff. When I see same thing when I see with the Outlaws with David Seaton and Michael Hawks and stuff like that closeness like that. Same thing with the guys from Weakriss with Jason and Drew Rivers. Seeing stuff like that is what makes I think that closer bond connection and a better team in general. That's what I see. Same thing with Wade and Tyler. Wherever you see Wade, you see Tyler. Wherever you see Tyler, you see Wade. Even if Wade is half dead, even if Tyler's half dead, pull and they leave everything on the table every single fucking time. That's what I can't take away from Wade. That I mean, he will pull till his arms are done. So that's another thing that I love about him. And he's got no quit. So
Yeah, Wade will
Sometimes
pull
too
even if he
soon, but
yeah. Say again.
what?
sometimes too soon. He'll pull until he can't before the tournament.
Yep. It's true.
True.
Very true.
Hashtag me too.
Yep. Hey, it's hard. It's hard to help it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's why we do this, right?
Yeah,
I want to pull. I want to see what I got,
I can
and
get
it's
results
fun.
right now.
Yeah, dude. But I can't wait. I'm coming in the 198 soon, and then I got to pull Tyler, and I'm gonna pull Ethan Sherritt. It's gonna be great.
You're not coming to 198. How much do you weigh? Aren't you like 208?
213 right now. So
Yeah,
like,
you're not even close. You're
what
too.
do you mean? You think by December I can't be 198, or you thinking like a day and a half of water cutting? If I really tried hard, doing some stuff I'm not proud of, I could probably make weight in a day.
Yeah, Stephen Durack is asking, says, what about borderline? Of course, borderline arms. Where we see pretty much James, you see Patrick Weeks. I mean, it's
Yeah.
everybody. All you guys are really tight family. I mean,
Borderlines isn't that tight. No one showed up to my birthday party, so I'm gonna call them all out right now.
oh,
Oh, I didn't see you bitches there. And to be honest with you, I wasn't there either. I was at the Mayhem event.
you're so stupid.
That's when that guy was like, "Yo, I like your Porsche, bro." And then I was like, "Do you want to blow him?"
Oh yeah, you're such a
Tyler
douche.
remembers he
You're
was in the back.
such a douche. We're sitting in the car
Yeah.
and we're smoking. Were you there, Tyler? I think you were there, right?
Oh
We're
yeah.
sitting in the car, we're smoking, just hanging out. And kid walks over and whatever. He's like, "Hey, man," he goes, "You got a really nice car." I'm like, "Thanks, man." I look back over. We just start smoking. I look at James straight in the face, and James like, "You want to blow him?" And I'm sitting there going, "Bro, what the fuck is the matter with you,
Well, he
dude?"
was like licking his lips. Like, listen, if I walk by and I'm like, "Hey, man, sick car," and I keep going, but if I'm like,
He did do that. He did not do that. You're so
bro, like he was possessed. Like he had that gay car possessed shit going on. Oh, I love your car. Oh my
You're
god, dude, it was
so
wild.
Clip
fucking.
that.
And then he came
Oh
back
my
for some more.
god.
Like he kept peeking over like the cars. He was like,
You're too much, dude. You're too fucking much.
"I'm not being too much. I'm being too honest." I
It
was right there, dude. That
Yep.
man almost became a victim.
was not like Tyler. You were there. He's so
Yeah, not
shit.
like
You know
that.
what you should have done would have been the most G sick thing ever. Is like, yo, you go for a ride and if you want to suck my dick. And if he would have been like, okay, we would have been like, who's your dad? Who's your dad? You need to go talk to somebody. You're gonna suck someone's dick just to ride in a Porsche? You're better than this. It is a nice car though, to be fair.
Thanks.
That's too fucking funny. But
I
yeah,
mean, it's no Toyota Corolla. Can we be honest?
that's too fucking funny, man.
Oh, where were we?
I don't know. I was gonna say, are we? Do you have any questions? Do you want to go over anything?
I have concerns.
What's your concerns?
Caleb Johnson's going to get his ass kicked.
Say again.
Caleb Johnson's going to get his ass kicked.
By who?
Matt motherfucking flipping.
You really think that?
Why would I say that if I don't think that? This
I
is
don't.
America.
I don't think that at all. I think everybody's underestimating him.
Oh, here we go.
I mean,
if
same thing
Matt
happened with
Flippin,
same thing happened with Wade.
if
I
Matt
mean,
Flippin
are
gets
we gonna are we gonna bet on this too?
huh?
Are we gonna bet on this too? I mean, because
Where's my?
you were wrong about Wade and Caleb. I won that one.
I don't know what the fuck was going on with Wade, dude.
I
That's
don't know what the fuck was going on with you thinking that Wade was gonna wake up when Caleb fucking flashing him over and over again. I couldn't even see how fucking fast Caleb was.
okay. The first round, like I was walking around the stage, and then I just saw that happen, and I was like, oh.
You know what
And I walked
surprised me?
over to Wade. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing.
After Wade caught him, Caleb still pinned him. So it wasn't like it was just a flash. They went for a little bit of a war, and then Caleb ended up beating him.
I just think Wade just totally disregarded and had no respect for Caleb and was fucking around way too hard. That's what I think. I don't
think
think
so.
Caleb's better than him. I just think Caleb wanted it, which respect to him. That's how anyone should come to the table. And I think
He completely
Wade,
underestimated him.
yeah. But if Wade wanted to be an adult that day, he would have looked at you like Chris Michaels did, and it's been like, "You gave me a child."
Yeah, that was ridiculous with Chris and Derek. And look, it's just something to know. I mean, how good they are and what the levels are and everything else like that. But
Tyler, did you see that with Chris Michaels and Derek Double?
No.
yeah, that was
Michael, so like here I'm facing Derek, I'm
he
Chris.
didn't even he didn't
Looked
even
at Steve the whole time and was like,
he's yeah, he didn't even go over. He just used his arm to pin him down. I mean, his
Oh
elbow didn't
wow.
even move, so it
and
was just
that's not shitting on Derek, but that's just how good Chris was. And Chris never even looked at Derek. I got the
no.
video.
He looked
I
at me.
realized it for 3 rounds in a row of him just going. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
Chris looks crazy right now.
Yeah, he does.
I wouldn't pull Chris in a super match unless I had a gun with a couple bullets, not just one.
I know Chris wants that back from Vadim too. That left.
I bet. Yeah.
I think he wins. I think a healthy Chris wins.
I think Chris needs one more match before Vadim.
Who are you going to give him?
Probably Bert.
Ooh. Ooh. Chris is fucked. Why would you do that to him? You're trying to build him back up to bring him back down? What are you doing? You don't do that. That's not how you build a house.
No, it's how you build determination. He's going to be determined to beat him to get Vadim.
James, where do you think Jamie is at?
If this is God's honest truth, I'm not saying this because he's my brother. I'm saying this because I've seen the weight this guy's in the gym and like his mindset. If Burdock's in a good mood and he wants to win and he had a good week and not a lot of shit happened at home, I would put Bird against any 154 guy in the country. That's not an exaggeration.
Wow. Have you seen like Garrett and him practice pull around the weight around 150?
So here's the thing. Burdock was smashing Garrett all the time. They had a super match.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
Garrett found a lane
there.
and
Yeah.
exposed it, which is awesome.
So
And then personally,
so
I don't want to shit on my brother, but I think ever since Garrett beat him, I think it broke him a little bit between them two. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When a guy finds your lane and you can't stop it. And again, at the Vermont Shield event, it's 6 rounds, both arms, and you can't run away and you've got to pull each 6. So if you find out my spot round 2, that's a long fucking day. But the first time they pulled twice, they've had 2 super matches. And I think it was 3. It was either 4-2 or 3-3 on the right, and then it was like 2-4 on the left the first time. And then the second time, Garrett just did the same thing but better. And Burdock didn't have an answer for it. But
What are you going to hook with them?
No, Garrett will not hook Burdock. Garrett top rolls Burdock.
So you're trying to tell me that Garrett Tupper has a stronger top roll than Chris Michaels?
I think Garrett's really strong. I think Garrett sleeps, and I mean that in a respectful way. Like I'm not saying he sleeps on his opponents, but like I've never seen a really aggressive Garrett. I just don't know if that's his character. Or he just doesn't. He's not an
I've seen
emotional
an
guy.
aggressive. I've seen an aggressive Garrett when he went up against John Heinowski, both times. Once at the before New York State Championships last year,
Hmm.
and then again at the Battle at the Beach.
See, I got like I know Garrett. Like we're good acquaintances, but I would like to really like have a real conversation with him behind closed doors and to see like how he thinks and approaches things. But like when I talk to him, like at bills and stuff or at tournaments, he's always like super composed. And some people are like that. But I think sometimes like what Tyler is saying when he had this match against Dave is like I knew this kid was fired up when we were texting each other. Probably what 2 hours before the match, the
Yeah.
night before, like he was in a whole different headspace for this match. And I would love to see Garrett. Like if Garrett doesn't swear. Garrett texted me and said, "Fuck him, I'm not losing this time." I'd be like, I put my house on Garrett Tupper.
Yeah.
If he said
Facts.
that, and he got to the table, and you see an angry face, and you see him like death grip and this, like not technical, and this like he's like very, where you see a different stature of Garrett, like an angry stature. I would like to see that Garrett Tupper. I think that Garrett Tupper beats a lot of motherfuckers. And I think the regular Garrett Tupper beats a lot of guys. So it's not shit on Garrett. I'm just saying like that killer mindset, like I'm tired of playing.
I think the time will come. I think
Yeah.
Garrett's still
I think
building,
the
and he
same thing
knows that.
happens with- I
And
think.
Garrett pulls a lot too. Like Garrett's how many super matches that kid had this year?
Oh yeah. Oh
All
my.
of them.
I mean, I think almost every single super match series I've had so far. I mean, he's been on every single card.
Right, and he's pulling killers every single card too. It's not like you're giving him chumps where he's getting layups.
No,
Yeah, all ranked guys.
So
they're all ranked. They're all rated. You know what I mean, all 154 all the way up. So, but
but yeah, I think Burdock's a killer, and I think Burdock will smash some boys. And again, Burdock's got pins on Chris. Chris has got pins on Bird, but I would like to see that because I don't know if did you guys watch Bird and Chris Michaels Arm Wars 2?
no.
That anyone want to see a good fucking war? That was crazy. Chris Michaels all hanging off the table like weird Kings move.
I did see that. Yep.
Burdock's like this and not quitting. Gets it's probably like a minute, 2 minutes. Burdock like this, and Burdock starts getting it back like this, and you just start seeing the nastiest Kings move from Chris Michaels, but like a yanking. And I think it was a foul, but again, I think it was like a 2.5, 3 minute match, and these guys had veins popping out of their heads. Um, Michaels got him on that. But again, that was tournament. Imagine seeing those guys have a match like that. Now they got to do it for a minimum 2 more rounds. I would like to see that. And everyone knows how good Chris is. So if Burdock put a staple like that in, hey, I'm going to do this again. Pay me, Steve.
All right, guys. But does
Yeah.
anybody have any more questions? Anything to go over with? You good for the
don't
night,
think so.
James?
I mean, I'm pretty beat up after today, and I need I need some love. That's what I need. I don't
All
have
right.
questions. I need answers.
Good, good, good for you. Good luck tomorrow at the Turtle Tournament. Hopefully everybody goes. Weigh-ins are going to be from 8 to 11. Is that what it is?
Yep. And if you're late, I think Nick said $100
Yeah.
after. And again, I think it's $50 an arm to pull
Yeah. So
the first.
bring your money because you're going to be spending some money tomorrow.
But again, it's a really good cause. This is a charity and a memorial for Danny, so the Turtle Man. So,
Yep.
and again, I hope anyone would do this for me if I passed. It's
Absolutely.
gonna be like the dickhead tournament.
I'll make sure it's called the Dickhead Tournament. on the behalf of you.
All right, I'm gonna Cobain out.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Dave, for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Same thing, Tyler. Guys, we'll be setting up super matches soon. Don't forget, please come out to. It's going to be September 20th. King of the Tri-State 2, free food, free drinks. The hotel is absolutely gorgeous. There is a room block, so if you need any kind of codes to stay there, or if you need a place to stay too as well here, you can stay here at the house. There's more than enough room. But yep, come in, guys. It's going to be a great time. 11
The
super
venue's
matches.
badass.
We'll be disclosing the last super match as soon as we can. But you guys already heard what's going to be going on. And
Oh, I know the last super match. I'm pretty sure that I think everyone's gonna think that's badass. I'm super pissed. I'm not gonna be there.
yeah, you heard it today?
I mean, you told me Friday or Thursday.
Oh,
Remember?
okay.
Are they heavy guys or light guys?
They're the best guys. How do I? That's the way we're
All
gonna put
right,
it.
all right, all
It's
right.
like
I
if
like
that's
that.
all I'm gonna say is when I say these guys' names, or I don't even have to say their names.
Don't
When
say them.
whoever
Yeah.
you think is the best guys around, it's the two best guys around.
Hell yeah.
One of them,
All
I'll
right.
say this much. One of them is not from around here. One of them is from Virginia.
Okay.
So I'll give
All
you that
right.
much of a hint.
All right. I'll take that.
So he's flying out over here. So that'll give you that much of a hint. We'll see what happens.
Flying all this way to get his ass kicked. That's all.
We'll see, man. He's ranked number.
Do you doubt this, man? Like, Steve, what have you been doing? Like, have you not seen all these matches that this
Right,
guy's won all
right
over the
behind
country?
Coach Ray. I mean, he's high
Who?
level.
Who's Coach Ray?
Who's Coach Ray?
Who's Coach Ray? Other guy that's on this card, I think, is way better than Coach Ray.
We'll see. We'll see. They're all about
I
that.
think
weight
actually
class.
this guy's gonna have to
He's
beat this guy,
pulled.
then beat Coach Ray.
He's
That's what's gonna
pulled
happen.
up against Bob Brown. Bob Brown's on East versus West. He won a ridiculous war, and he got first place in Arnold's qualifier. In Arnold's Classic actually in Ohio. He's an absolute beast at 198. So
Yeah, he's
those are
all
a
right.
lot of hints. Those are
Yeah.
a lot of questions, but he's an absolute monster from West Virginia. So we'll see what happens, man.
You said Virginia the first time. Which one is it?
West Virginia, West Virginia, West
West
Virginia.
Virginia, take me home.
He's an absolute beast. But yeah, man. Tune in, and next week again, staying on Friday at 10 o'clock.
10 p.m.
We'll probably have him on here.
Oh,
So
thank God! I could tell him, like, dude, you ready to suck dick?
he's such a,
Dude, you're gonna have like a minimum of 10 minutes of sucking dick while live. He's gonna be the Riley Reed of fucking arm wrestling.
oh my god,
You guys are all perverts because you know what I'm talking about.
you're a pervert. We all know that. All right, so tune in next Friday at 10 o'clock, guys. We'll probably have somebody from West Virginia tuning in, and yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe,
Please, always. Thanks again.
share this.